Hello, good morning, everybody. This is Bassie. I'm representing B.E.Coaching. Welcome to another episode. Um, I want to touch on a quick subject. I promise I would not be long. Just wanted to give you a few tips on financial liberty, or you can call it financial balance. But the reason why I'm saying these things is I know there's a few people that I asked could not figure out even the first three that I'm about to give to you. And I think that it's something that we should share. When you gather information and you become such a great resource on so many aspects of life, it's good to share that information. It's not to be kept or hidden from everybody else. And if you do notice that somebody is not aware of some basic information for managing or balancing their life, I would say that you should share it. Yes, share it. Let it be free of charge. If you're charging for your consultation, that's okay too, but do not hold information. It's unfair and it does not help others grow. God forbid, can you imagine if you die with such information so others have to work so hard to figure it out, but you already figured it out? Imagine if the person that had a cure for a lot of the psychiatric issues and or chronic diseases, or let's just take one like cancer. Somebody had a cure for cancer and decided, I'll keep it to myself. And then they die with that information. The world doesn't have it. So I'll just give you a few tips. Going into the first one is very, very basic and maintain a job. If you want financial balance, you want to balance your life, you have to maintain a job. That is what adults do. I am surprised by the amount of people that think that other people are supposed to carry the burden for them of taking care of their basic necessities. But maintaining a job and be respectful of that job. Don't talk evil about the job. Don't disrespect your bosses. Give them due respect because that job is also paying your bills and they're taking care of you and your family. So it's important to get a job and also maintain that job. Something else that starts from there is you get paid, and by getting paid, now you can build wealth. Now you can invest. Not just the bills. You can invest. You can do a lot of the things that you want to do. So you need money. You need money and you need that job. So respect it. Another one is spend less than you make. In helping people do their budget, I'm always happy when people realize how much they actually do spend and compare it to how much they make, because then they see the difference and see the reason why they are constantly in the negative, living paycheck to paycheck, or why they are never able to get ahead. It's because they don't have a starting point. So you have to spend less than you make. One way to find that out is you have to do a budget. See what comes in and see what goes out. And then see if you're spending more than you make. If you're spending more than you make, then you're getting into trouble. You're getting into debt. You living on credit. And that is no way to live. Because then if you're borrowing, the borrower is always a slave to the lender. You don't want to be a slave to any organization or any person. So spend less than you make, and you're going to have some left over to invest for the future, for the short run, for emergency funds, and all the beautiful things that you also desire to do. Learn about money. Know how money works. Know what places to put money for it to grow and work hard for you. Know how to utilize it. Know what the value is. I remember somebody was selling me a cell phone and they were trying to sell it to me for $750. And I know the value of $750. I know how hard I have to work to make $750. So I rejected that offer. And not because the phone is not worth it, but I'm not willing to spend my life, the hours I spent at work, to build up $750 to hand over to this person for an unnecessary purchase. So learn about money, learn about the value of money and what it can do for you. Don't fall into the trap. Another one is don't fall into the trap of living up or keeping up with the lifestyle. A lot of pressures in a society where people are pressuring you to be a certain person. Let's say you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're a lawyer. They expect you to be this big spender. They expect to see you pull up in a BMW or whatever. If you get caught up in trying to live up to the Joneses or live up to a lifestyle that people expect of you, you are going to spend more than you're making. You're going to get in serious trouble. Be aware of your shopping habits. Not everything that's advertised is for you. That's a big one, because I always advise people to search out by seeking God to find out what their purpose is. Once you find out your purpose, then you don't go around spending money on things that are not going to promote your purpose in life. So be very careful. Watch your spending habit. Don't become if you find out you have a psychiatric situation that makes you spend impulsively, it's good to address that with the right professional. But if you don't, and you just develop the habit of constantly spending or buying things just because they're in front of you, then it's something that you should evaluate, because that kind of habit can get you in trouble. Even though you have a budget, you may just keep spending impulsively and get yourself in trouble. Avoid the myth of I don't have. That is a myth where people always tell you that you need certain things in order to be you. All that you need to be you, you already have. Be proud of who you are. You don't need any extra thing to be you. Any extra thing you add to you is just helping you be more of you. It does not define you. None of your possessions, not your house, not your car, not even your children define you. But be very careful about trying to live up to that I don't have, so you go around buying and buying and buying in order to be you. Make sacrifices with a goal and purpose. Don't just indiscriminately make sacrifices. Like people I see doing overtime, they get 2 jobs and they've been working it for several years. There's no goal in sight. They're making the extra money. They just spend more because they make more. But if you want to do overtime, you want to get an extra job, you want to start a business, have a goal in mind. Okay, I'm going to do overtime for this certain amount of hours so that I can get this. Or I'm going to get this second job so I can pay off this loan, or I can get some money to invest in this aspect of the stock market. You do not want to just indiscriminately keep working without a goal. And the last one is know your why. Know why you're doing all of this. Know why you want to be financially free, and that would help you stay focused. If I can say anything, that's the most important. If you know why you're doing something, it's going to motivate you. It's going to keep you focused and keep you in track. All right. God bless you. As always, this is information that you should research. See if it works for you. If it works, eat the meat. If it doesn't work, discard the bones. All right. God bless you. Love you. Stay blessed.